SMT Nation, we back. Nation, I covered a bit of this article yesterday in a video that I released, later on in the evening. And there was something I wanted to speak about, something that really bothered me, after kind of thinking about it. And I have a justification for why I feel a certain way about it. Anyways, the story itself it's nothing crazy, right? Verizon's got, I'll say, network superiority within a very specific location or venue. All right, the Sphere in Las Vegas. And the story from Linda Hardesty, Fierce Wireless, and I'll be sure to link it for you in the description, kind of highlights, Verizon's advantage there. And Verizon's the only company that has service within the Sphere. The reason this is important is because the Sphere is this new venue that's going to be like a place that hosts a lot of different big events, including, concerts and other things that they do there. And it sucks when certain carriers don't work at these types of places. There is a Wi-Fi system for folks that are there. I would assume that that's going to get pretty congested. I'm not sure about the total throughput and capacity that's available there. Some folks have even reported that their iPhones wouldn't stay connected to the Wi-Fi, which is a large majority of the types of phones that are going to be at these types of venues. Anyways, the one thing I want to say and I want to be critical of, I want to start off by saying, while all carriers should work at all venues, especially one like this where it seats 17,000+ folks, and you're indoors, you're in this unusual structure, and it's basically impossible to get a signal in there. So you need an indoor DAS. You need a connectivity system within the enclosure. And there's a DAS system, and it's, I guess, owned and operated by JMA, and Verizon's on it. So how do I feel about T-Mobile not being on there, right? How do I feel about T-Mobile not working in the Sphere? I want to start by saying it's unacceptable. They should be on there. They should be willing to pay the cost to get their customers connected, even if it is a situation like this. So while I do hold T-Mobile accountable for it, there's a company that I'm more disappointed in, right? The standards are just different. The expectation is just different. The fact that T-Mobile doesn't work in there, I don't know, maybe it's just I've become accustomed to those types of situations when it comes to like arenas and stadiums. But the company that I'm most disappointed in is AT&T, and I'm going to tell you guys why. The reason why I'm very disappointed in AT&T is because AT&T is the FirstNet, right? They have the FirstNet contract. The FirstNet authority through AT&T is the first responder network. There are first responders who would be at this venue potentially, and they won't be connected. They won't have access to any network, right? They'll be fumbling around trying to get connected to the Wi-Fi, right? Maybe some of the first responders have Verizon, but they're supposed to be on FirstNet, which is through the AT&T network. So this is why I feel like, while, it's disappointing that T-Mobile doesn't have coverage there, I'm most disappointed by AT&T. The fact that a first responder on FirstNet would not have access to a network should they have to respond to a situation at the Sphere in Vegas. So I didn't want to make this video long. I didn't want to just talk you guys' ear off about it. But it's something I would say is most frustrating, something that is most disappointing, is that under a first response situation, AT&T does not have the Sphere covered, and I find that to be most disappointing at all. Tell me if you agree or disagree with my perspective. Who are you most disappointed in? Is it T-Mobile or is it AT&T? And then tell me why. And I know the standard is different, but and I both should be held accountable to not have service there. But I feel more compelled to have a little bit more frustration with FirstNet not having access through the AT&T network. What say you? Sound off in the comment section below. You are the voice of the people, the SMT Nation. Let your voice be heard. And if you want to support us here, appreciate the content, you can check out the links in the description. There are ways to do that. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one. Peace.